Nigeria is ringing bell. If I look on news, it is bell. If I look social media, it is problem. Eh? When I should be drinking coffee, they will make me to come online. They don't want to have me to rest. But you know what? You know what? The spirit in me, the Biafra spirit in me, I said, when I told you, if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is looking for 100 people, I promise that I have 50 in me. You have not seen anything. It is not by my power. It is not by my power. It is not by my power. But, you know, as an eke, my own oru, I am a roya, rucha, you understand? Till Biafra come. But today you are going to receive sense. The crypto, Nigeria crypto. As they are crippling your economy, they close border. They closed the border. ESN came out automatically, you know, weaponized. It shocked them. It shocked them. They said, this border no work. This close of border no work. Now, how do we stop the funding now of this Sunday or Igboho? How do we stop the contribution? Let us stop the crypto. Because they were following Nigerians, southern Nigerians. Use crypto. We should open crypto. Crypto. We use crypto. Don't use the Western Union. Don't use this. They say, so these people are doing crypto. Okay, let us slash them. Bah! They are not considering the economic impact of crypto. No. They are not considering how much the crypto is bringing to Nigeria economy. Their agenda is not to make Nigeria progress. No. They have a better agenda. Now you get the point. Now you get the point. My only problem is that why is it that you must wait? Was Thomas born in Nigeria? Is Thomas a Nigerian? Is Thomas in the Bible in Nigeria? Are you a lineage of Thomas? Are you a lineage of Thomas? All of you have Thomas blood in your vein. How did you get Thomas blood in your vein? That it must happen to you first before you understand. You hear more in Anokia. You hear more kind of woo. When we are telling you, you don't know, no, we are telling you, even we are not prophets, but everything we have said, everything we open this mouth to say, if it don't happen today, it will happen tomorrow. I want you to go from the beginning of this struggle, from the beginning. In fact, even the one that we are not sure of, once God asks us to say it, we will say it and God will do it. Hey! I said, did you see the prayer? May God harden the heart of the leaders in Nigeria so that we will tell them, the world may know that Obi is no longer a boy. I remember when we used to read the history of the Greeks, the Greek god. I don't know, you know, of course you don't read all those things in Africa. The history of the Greek gods. Medusas. Medusa, they say Medusa is she look at when you look at Medusa, you turn into she will dry you and you become stone. Medusa have snake, you know, her hair. Medusa's hair is snake. Because of the power in Medusa went very deep. Lekwa Nigeria ma dosa ya Chineke nna de ngozi onye ọbụla na-ekpe ekpere ka Nigeria wee wuru ofu nna nke bridge ndị dị etu a wee la ha n'iyi Chineke nna kiwe biko da kiwe kpọọ ha ọkụ kpọọ ezinụlọ ha ọkụ ka ha ra agbanyeghị ndị ha bụ ọbụla ndị ụkọchukwu onye ọbụla mehụrụ ọnụ ma kulie wee sị na ọ ga-adịrị Nigeria na mma ọ ga-adịrị onye ahụ na mma na ezinụlọ na mma site gosi wee na-eme n'ụbọchị nketa obodo kwensu bụ zoo Nigeria lekwa Nigeria ma dosa ya Chineke nna de ngozi onye ọbụla na-ekpe ekpere ka Nigeria wee wuru ofu nna nke bridge ndị dị etu a wee la ha n'iyi Chineke nna kiwe biko da kiwe kpọọ ha ọkụ kpọọ ezinụlọ ha ọkụ ka ha ra agbanyeghị ndị ha bụ ọbụla ndị ụkọchukwu onye ọbụla mehụrụ ọnụ ma kulie wee sị na ọ ga-adịrị Nigeria na mma ọ ga.
The zoo has fallen. The zoo has fallen. Finally, the zoo has fallen. If you do not know that the zoo has fallen, check around yourself. Check around you.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us on this very short program. I welcome everyone that has connected wherever you're connecting from, fellow Biafrans, wherever you are. I want you to pay attention to this very program today. You are going to learn a lot. There are a lot of issues out there. There are a lot of things out there that is flying right, left, and center. So many propaganda are going out there. So many words and talks are going out in the east, in the west, in the north, and the south. But I bet you, if you are a genuine Biafran, this is the time to tighten up your belt and show what you are made of. We must continue. The United States of Biafra, under the command of the Prime Minister Mazi Samuel Ekpa and the Supreme Command of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and today, on the command of our COS, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, the Deputy Prime Minister interim, there is no going back. We are moving forward and marching into the promised land. The declaration of Biafra has been made, and I bet you the recognition is coming with speed. The government of Biafra remains intact. No matter the breeze that is blowing, no matter the attack that is coming right, left, and center, everything remains very, very, very intact. Do not be discouraged. Do not be distracted. Do not look to your left and right or be confused with whatever you see. There is nothing that is happening today that has not happened before. Most of us have passed through this road before, and this time is not going to be different. The same way we overcome in the past, we shall overcome once again. My fellow Biafrans that are watching, I want you to pay attention to this very program I'm about to play. This was a program that I did in one of my platforms. So many people missed the program, but I want to make a replay of that program. I want you to pay attention to the discussions. You are going to learn a lot. You will learn a lot. And for those of you that are confused, those of you who claim not to know their left and right, pay attention. Before the end of this program, you are going to learn a lot, and you'll be glad you did. Let us watch and hear the discussion that went on this very platform.
People are telling us that we are social media, we are country in social media. Without social media, we cannot be able doing what we are doing today.
Of course, we cannot.
That's so, because if there is social media during the time of Ojukwu, I don't think that things will be going as in go that time. And internally, the Ojukwu say that without social media, that we cannot get to Biafra. And today, there is social media, and they were going on with that Biafra. I thank Chukwu Abiyama for some things you are going in. Please, let you people no focus for all those distraction people. Because what they want to do is what they use in DOS. They are there shouting, doing nothing. Then they are seeing the people that are doing something, commenting in the SI, doing something, that people, everybody are seeing in eye. They become jealous. Because they think that is the end. When they kidnap Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that is the end of the Biafra. They don't know that Chukwu Abiyama will raise another person from the bottom to stand up for this liberation of Biafra. I thank Chukwu Abiyama say that all the people that use their heart for this struggle, I say they will live and the witness of the freedom of Biafra. When you walk with your heart, the gods of the land will protect you. All the people that say that Biafra will not come, where are they now? Those that remain that never die, none of them is okay today. And I know that before the complete restoration of Biafra will come, most of people will die because Biafra is a spirit. And we have moved on, we have moved on. All I know that when you use your heart in this struggle with day, nothing will happen to you. When the enemy try, they will not get you with your good heart. So you people keep on. We know that attack will be coming left, right, front, back to distract what you people are doing. But we are past the Rubicon. So far, I have already declaration. What we need now is for you people to focus in our men on ground. Equip them with our help because you people there is our eye.
Yes.
Let anybody not come to put distraction for what you people are doing. I thank Ngozi Orabueze yesterday. I was in the program yesterday. See all the questions that people asked her and you see what she responded. That is what encouraged me to say that yes, despite that our PM is not around, but PM is still there because PM is not Biafra. PM is only one person. And if they feel that as the whole PM that Biafra will not go in, they are doing worse thing.
Of course.
Because if it is agitation is only sitting at home on Monday, it is making to increase more 2 or 3 to making 3 days so that they know that we are not going back. I thank you people, and I have questions that I want to ask you. I hope that Finland government is not like the zoo. I hope that you people there is hearing about our prime minister. Is there anybody around him there that is going to see him in the station of the zoo and the place that he was? And secondly, have you anything that court issue? Because since there I never hear anything like court issue. They have already taken him for the court or not? Let there not be detention like Mazin and Nkanu for many years now. Nothing is going on. So that is my question.
Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much for that question that you asked. Number one is that Finland human rights record is excellent. One of the number one in the whole world. The human rights record is excellent. Number two is that our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, is a very popular person in Finland. He is not somebody that is hiding. He is not somebody that you can hide and put him or something will happen to him and he will not tell the country what happened. He is not just a citizen of Finland. He has served in Finnish military. He is a politician, an active politician. He has been a councillor in that very country. He has every connection he can think. Everybody in that Finland that is connected, they know him. So if he commits any crime or whatever, they will hide it. The very first time when they arrested him, when they invited him the very first time, after that invite, you saw it on their media. Their media carried it. The Finnish media reported it. But once you have to ask yourself, this time, why is it that it is silent, not to be reported? There are a lot of mysteries surrounding the issue of our Prime Minister, and our Prime Minister have spoken in parable about this time. For his safety and security, our Prime Minister is safe and sound. His father in Finland told us during the convention, you saw it on the interview, he said that he is very, very fine. The major thing they are doing, it is also for his own advantage. There are several plans to take away our president. They want to take him out by all means.
Yes.
They want to take him out. And there are so many accusations and pressure on Finland. They say that it's Finland that is sponsoring Biafra restoration. They say that it's Finland that is sponsoring him. So in order to clear that record, they have to keep him aside and allow us to operate by ourselves for some time. So that the whole world will see it that with or without the Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, the Biafrans are moving forward. He is just another Biafra. One Biafra who they put forward as a spokesperson. So anybody that is bringing an accusation and saying, oh, Master Simon Ekpa is the one inciting them, Master Simon Ekpa is the one sponsoring them, he's doing it. Now he is not around. The seat at home is even stronger than that. It's even worse than before. He's not around. Biafra has been declared. He's not around. Biafran people are moving forward, getting for recognition. Whenever our Prime Minister comes out, it is going to be a bombshell, and it's going to happen very, very soon. Very, very soon. Let anybody not shake. Everything works for good. It is for our own good. And at the end of the day, we are going to rejoice. Let us continue to celebrate what we have seen so far. Thank you, my brother. Thank you, my brother Naji. I hope you heard me well. Okay, I think my brother Naji, his network is hold on. Dave Francis, are you there? Dave Francis, are you there? Unmute yourself, Dave Francis. Yeah. Go on, we can't hear you. Unmute yourself. You're muted.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. Go ahead.
Okay, so I greet you, Trick Survivor, and I greet all Biafrans that have been listening to you for my board here. I'm trying to be neutral and trying to follow what is going on from the two sides. So, but I have a question for you. If you don't mind, you can answer me. If you don't mind, maybe you can say no, or I can leave it. Okay, so okay, I was listening to when the last two speakers was talking about the charter, our charter. So I want to ask a question to you. So about this dissolution of the government and then creating new one, have you read or have you checked what our charter says about dissolution of the government and the transition of new government?
Yes.
And if you know it, can tell me, because I've went through it.
What did you see when you went through it?
Sir?
What did you see when you went? Tell us what you saw.
Okay. Is it what I saw in the charter?
Yeah, what you read.
Okay.
From what you read.
So right now, the charter, it is what binds us, Biafra, and with what we take us in. So I went and downloaded the PDF. I think 2 months ago, I started reading it. I have the PDF, and I'm encouraging all Biafrans should go and read it. So the charter says in page 24, 25, and 26, to be easy, from 25, 26, 27, it says that before a government can be dissolved, the Biafran Republic government in exile and the de facto government in homeland will come together. That will happen when there will be a liberation. That means we are fully taking over our land. And when that happens, the two countries, the both of them will come together and the government will be dissolved. But before the government will be dissolved, there will be a political thing in the homeland. So once that thing happens, but this process will take through within 4 years. So once that thing happens, then there will be a transition. There will be a new government. That means there's a political, people will elect their new positions. But from now that we are still in exile and the Nigerian government are still occupying our land, we work with our charter. When we are now in the homeland, in that transition take place, that is where the constitution, the people that they elect will now, or the government will not sign to the constitution. The constitution now become a pet. Constitution will not take place whereby we now have courts, parliament and other things. But for now, we don't have those things now. So that is why I'm asking, with the way our COS make that pronunciation, the dissolution of the government in public, that is, I'm seeing it as something that is very wrong.
Wait, did you hear her say that the government have been dissolved?
She said it in the convention. She said that the Prime Minister have been saying that once we declare Biafra, the government will be dissolved. And then she came, I think on the last day of the program, she said the government have been dissolved, which according to the charter is very wrong.
Listen, you go and check again. What was dissolved is the cabinet, not the government.
So what is the difference between the cabinet and the government? What is the difference?
When you are talking about government, the dissolving of the government has to be in the homeland. And then when you're talking about it, it has to be on the homeland, not abroad. In as much as the Biafra have been declared, it has not been restored. You know that, right?
Yes.
It has not been
restored. Biafra have been declared, but it has not been restored. Yes.
The cabinet that we are having now is it is temporary. Even this issue of changing of government or the dissolving you are saying now, dissolving of the cabinet, it will continue to go on. It is not dissolving of the it's not dissolvement of the government. This one you saw now is even the first stage. After this stage, in the next stage, even when you get to homeland, this very cabinet will also be dissolved. There will be another dissolvement. It's not the government. It's not about it.
Okay, so if you dissolve. So if you know me, I'm just because I read this. So if you dissolve a cabinet, that means all of you there from beginning there, you should be dissolved. You don't dissolve a cabinet where there is no existing government. So right now, like the COS dissolved the government, that means
I still tell you, let me tell. Listen, the person that is in charge of the cabinet that is running the affairs of Biafra today is the COS. She is in charge. Okay, if you are not comfortable with hearing the COS, let me tell you, the person that is in charge of the cabinet that is running the affair of Biafra today is the Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. Agreed?
Okay. Yeah.
Mazi Simon Ekpa
the people gave him the authority. Through votes by electing him. Yes.
Exactly. Yes. And they gave him all the authority. So Mazi Simon Ekpa is the one in charge, who is the Prime Minister.
Yes.
And when we are discussing about this issue of Mazi Simon Ekpa, I would like us to put our mind on that very office of the Prime Minister. Let us, just as I said on my program, let us forget about this issue of exalting an individual. Exalting an individual.
No, I'm not insulting. I'm trying to go with you with the law.
Insulting. I say exalting, raising
somebody.
Okay,
exalting. Yes. Okay. We should stop it.
Yes, we should stop exalting an individual. We should focus our attention on exalting or building an institution. I have said it before. So the institution, let us use that word institution. The institution today that is running the affair of Biafra is the office of the Prime Minister, which is being led by the Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, as a person. And that Mazi Simon Ekpa we know about today has appointed somebody who is working closely to him, who represents him, who stands in for him as the COS, the chief of all the staffs. Another thing that you can agree with me, you have to agree with me, or maybe you don't agree, that every other staff, every one of us that is working under the government today, we are staffs under the Prime Minister. Agreed?
Okay.
We are all staffs under the Prime Minister. You agreed? Including the COS.
Yes.
But among these staff, the Prime Minister have chosen somebody to be the chief of all the staffs, who gives order and directs, even when he's around. He can delegate. Sometimes in some government, it is even very big. There are some people who are working with government that can never have access to the Prime Minister except they go to the COS.
Yes, and most of that is how it's being run in the government.
Exactly. And among all the staffs working with the Prime Minister, the person that has more information than every other person is the COS.
Is the information is being limited?
What?
The informations are being limited.
The informations are being limited. The person that has the greatest information that you can rely on. Let's assume something happened today. You don't see the Prime Minister anymore. Let's assume, even apart from us, let's assume something happens that you don't see somebody anymore, and maybe let's say the United Nations say they need somebody to come and represent United States of Biafra. Who do you think will appear?
Is it in our own system or in a normal government system?
In all the system, assuming in the government.
Yes, when the Prime Minister is not there, the vice should be there. When the vice is not there, we have the Secretary of State. When that one is not there, then we have the Defense Minister, not the COS. You can go and check it. But when you talk in our own system, it's not even the COS. It's the people who are in charge with the defense, especially when they are in a war. That is how government system runs. Go and read it. The COS is only loyal to the Prime Minister, and it's not privileged to all information, unless the Prime Minister made the COS to be privileged to information with the security, with the finance, and other things. So that's how they have department. Her own is to make all the people who are working with her, who are working to the Prime Minister to give reports.
Okay. Let's not begin to drag
so
it.
in this our government, our Prime Minister didn't make COS to have privy knowledge in the military, in the security and the finance. Her own is to depart. There is a reason why the Prime Minister didn't allow her to be in the security. So
hold on. This thing you are saying, you are trying to explain to me how the government of Biafra is wrong. Can you tell me your position in the government of Biafra?
My position, I'm a Biafran, and in our constitution, a citizen is even more powerful than a prime minister. If you don't know, it is there. So I know what is going on in the. I'm not in any position, but the prime minister have opened everything. Is prime minister was Simon by bring everything to the public. And so my own problem.
The COS doesn't have information.
I'm telling you that the COS have information, but her information is not all. Is not privy to all. So even there's a memo I saw. They call it CRC, resolution something. And when you go and read that resolution, you read the resolution, you will see what they write. That if the prime minister is absent or is not around, the next person to take charge is the person that the prime minister have trust to in security. Even in every war system, especially when there is war, if the president, the vice is not there, the people who take charge are the military, that is the defense. Until when everything is done, they'll bring back the this. So our prime minister didn't put our chief of staff in security. Didn't put him in the finance. I'm just trying to be neutral here so that we all understand what is going on.
You see,
okay.
Why I just kept silent and listened to you, so I want to see from the angle you're coming from.
Okay.
When you are speaking, you say your prime minister did not put the COS in the security. He didn't make her privy to information. But now I am going to tell you that I am my own very self that is sitting here. No matter I am here broadcasting on media every day, I am part of the cabinet and I sit on the cabinet in every meeting that's being held.
So you know what goes on. Okay, do you know what goes on in the military? Are you part of the cabinet in the military?
Can you listen to me?
No, I'm trying to. Okay, I'm listening to you.
As a member of the cabinet, discussions are made in the cabinet, and I know how things have been run there. I know how jobs have been delegated to people. Whatever you see the COS doing today, she is not doing it on her volition. The appointment you see her present today, it wasn't her. She wasn't the one that did it. Every single thing she's doing today are the things that Master Simon have put in place. She's only bringing it to the floor to be carried out. Every post you see that is being chosen today, it wasn't her. She wasn't the one that chose anybody there. She didn't choose anybody. Okay. It was Master Simon that formed the group. What?
I said that one. I don't doubt you, or I can't come and say anything because since you say you are there, but what we the Biafran people are seeing, because I'm neutral. What we are seeing is not like the way I see that she made mistake, which is a very big blunder to the Biafran people. Why it causing all this problem? For she to come out in the convention time and make a statement that the government has been dissolved. So that is it's not even done all over the world. Just like the American election today, the day they declared Donald Trump president-elect, then Biden just come out the next day and say the whole government is... No, there will be a time of transition. What is going on now is time of transition. And after this time...
Stop using that word, the government has been dissolved. The government wasn't dissolved.
But that is what... That is the
memo. There is the government under the Prime Minister, but the members of the cabinet were changed and removed.
I don't understand, sir. Even say the Prime Minister does not have power to dissolve the government, according to Biafran Charter. Go and read your charter. I read it. I can bring it and start reading it for you.
The Prime Minister does not have the power to change his members of his cabinet.
He does not have the power to dissolve the government. That is what they write. Dissolve. It's not what the COS bring. He said the government has been dissolved.
Doesn't have the power to dissolve his cabinet.
Yes, he doesn't have the power to dissolve it.
I don't know where you are getting your own knowledge from.
No, that is what the charter says. That is not me. No, that is what the charter said.
Which charter?
Oh, no.
Which charter do you read?
The 2023 Helsinki Declaration. That is what is guiding us.
Please, you should go and get an expert to interpret that charter for you.
Maybe no. The charter is there. The charter says... what it means that the prime minister can't come and dissolve. When the prime minister dissolved, that means him too is dissolved. Like what COS did that day means too, she's not part of the government again. And that does not happen anyway. There must be a new.
Confuse yourself. Please don't confuse yourself. Don't confuse yourself.
Oh, I'm not confused. I'm trying to tell you something that is there.
Listen to me. The whole world is watching you. For you to come on a live program and you say that the prime minister has no right to dissolve his cabinet.
I'm telling you, according to the Biafran charter, the prime minister does not have the right to dissolve. You know,
it doesn't matter where you. I don't know where you're getting your own interpretation. I don't know where you read it. Go and get somebody to interpret for you.
Do you know the meaning of dissolve? Dissolve.
Okay. How can
so
you
know the word dissolve?
A place where the whole world is watching you, and you're telling me that a prime minister has no right to dissolve his cabinet?
Yes.
That a prime minister has no right to dissolve his cabinet.
He don't until there is a new government, until there is a decent being set in place, and that will be signed by the current government. There will be a screening, they will be passed out, they will screen before that dissolution will come. So my own problem is that if you want to dissolve the government, it's supposed to be after the convention. Then you guys will come with the existing government. Will come together and open a forum, maybe through election or through this thing. Then the people who are in will not screen those ones, and then after that, we now have a full government. Then they cannot dissolve that government. Thereby, we have a new government. But there is no government existing. You dissolve government. That means you too. You also dissolve. That is what. And if you even check what the charter is saying, go and read the charter.
Listen, if that is your problem, it was not the COS that dissolved that cabinet. The very committee, the committee that put those people in place, was instituted by Mazi Simon Ekpa himself. Wait for the prime minister. When the prime minister comes out, you can now come and argue. Bring your lawyer and argue with him. Okay?
Okay. Why didn't the COS wait? Why didn't the COS wait?
Her boss. She's implementing the instruction that was put in place by the boss. That's what she's implementing, and that is the right thing to do. So if you have any quarrel with your charter or whatever, the person that signed and approved the charter is the same prime minister. Wait, when he comes back, you can face him. Okay? But for the COS, you bringing your worries and your quarrel and your fight to the COS is just immaterial. It's foolish.
I'm not bringing quarrel. I'm just trying to tell you what.
Can I say something? Please. Please, my brother, can I say something? You've been talking. Okay. Please, can I say? Let me say something. Because.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, he's been talking, and I came in again because of him actually. And choose my brother, he's making you to talk too much.
Hey Francis, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there. I'm listening. I just want to do one thing, but I'm listening.
I want to be sure you are listening, because you not after speaking, then you come and make argument again.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Sure
yeah, because
you ask a very important question and you say you are doing something again. Because people are going to learn.
Yeah, he has to concentrate.
You are pushing now. Many people are going with the same argument. We sorted it out on our Twitter handle, and you are bringing it here again. And many people are going with that narrative. That is the only narrative I'm seeing today. So we have to sort it out. Go ahead.
Exactly. Yes. Now, it's good for us to understand that this is why the government of today is putting up professionals. Okay, we can't be dreaming to have Finland in Biafra land, okay, to be the best in the world, where we are having people that are not even qualified in their local activities to lead. No matter what you think, qualification matters very well. Okay, having said that, there are so many things that he said that I want to touch. He said that the chief of staff, let me start from that one, does not have the right to lead in our, let me use our own, because he was talking about after the president, the vice president, the secretary of state, which is not even correct. Okay, if you want to talk about, because we can use America. we want to talk about the people that are leading. I don't know whether he knows that in America, after the president, the person that is second in command, if we want to talk about it, but okay, second in command, the vice, but actually the vice president is the Senate president. I don't know whether he's aware. The office of vice president is still Senate president. So he is the second in command. That's correct. However, the third is the speaker, not the secretary of state. So I just wanted to correct him for that. The speaker of the house is the third.
I'm aware of that. I'm aware of it.
All right. Okay. So having said that, let me now tell you something. There are people that are appointed and there are people that are elected. Okay. So now the appointed people are the people that the president or prime minister himself uses his hand to select, and they will be confirmed by the legislature, okay, which is the Senate and the House. These are in fact, the Senate actually, they confirm these people, okay. Now, when you are picking your people, okay, you are the one picking. You can select whoever you want. Because I see people saying, are they elected? No, these positions that we are doing now, these are not elected people. They are not elected members. These are people that are chosen by the person that is leading, okay? And the same person has the right to dismiss whoever he wants. However, there is still law. There is still law that guides that process, but he has the right. There is still law, because he will not just come out and fire people. No. But he has the right. Okay. Now, talking about this, you're saying that he does not have. Okay, before I come to that last one, because it's the last thing you said. You said that in our own case, that we are, because you see, this my brother, I believe that he has been in the spaces that he heard this thing from these people. They have been peddling these lies. Yes, they have been peddling these lies all this while. I've listened to them and I decided not to listen because they are lying. Okay, they're just lying to our people. They have been peddling the lies after talking about fundraising. Now they don't have any other thing to say. They are now telling our people that the charter, that in the charter, he says, why will you, that you cannot dissolve, that you don't have the right. And in fact, why will you even not wait? I heard them saying all this nonsense. These people don't know. Let me tell you the truth. Thank God I'm not in the cabinet. But I've known, and thank God Adadi Orama have said it even. I like Adadi Orama. She's giving us expo. Now, these guys, they don't know that PM has been managing them, managing costs. That is who they have been. So he's been waiting for this opportunity to let all of them go. That is the truth, because they have been causing commotion.
You know that some people who are even claiming to be there, initially, they were not there. So many of us that got into that very cabinet, we are not supposed to be there. It was because of something that happened. There was something that happened. The person that was supposed to be in a place couldn't be able to go in. Then every one of us was not allowed to come in to fill that gap.
Exactly. Even like you said it, the information minister, people thought that she is new, that she's been the first person before because he's talking about Aparawa, this Aparawa that is now lying.
The information minister was the one that was there.
Do you know what Aparawa is doing now? I will expose him on Twitter. Don't worry, we are dealing with all his posts. He is lying to people. He is wanting to connote he's trying to change the narrative now, that they are trying to probe the PM. Instead of why are they asking for accountability? That she doesn't have the right to ask for accountability, that she is using indirect way to say that PM has embezzled money. Who mentioned PM there? Is PM the finance minister?
That's senseless.
You see how they are manipulating people's mind. This is psychology. He wants to change the narrative because they don't have anything to touch. They are now trying to change it. So my brother here, he has been in the spaces. So they've been saying this thing that we are in the war. Do you know another one that he said? That we are in the war. People that are in the war, that the defense minister takes over. Now, let me let him understand.
The man they are projecting today, is he the defense minister?
Now he not stop there. He still said that even finance minister, the defense minister and finance minister, because finance minister today is now acting as in fact warning defense minister not to call the men on the ground, that he's the one that should be doing that. That's what that Ogenkere was saying on the space. Can you imagine that? Now, during war that this my brother said, okay, do you know that the president, okay, is the chief commander himself? Are you aware? That is why they call him the chief commander of the armed forces, the president. Now, anybody he delegates power. Are you hearing me now? Anybody he delegates power to becomes the same thing the president is. Because people don't understand what delegating.
Can you back that? Can you back that with a factual or real evidence where the president delegates power to anybody in a government setting?
In a government setting.
Yes. Can you just tell me any country that's happened like that? The president will just come and delegate power in a government setting.
I don't need to tell you. It's
in
very
a government
obvious.
setting. After the president, if the president is not there, the vice is not there. Like in a war, it's the defense, the military that will take charge. The president can't come and delegate power to anybody.
Let me tell you. Wait.
That
relax. Relax. I thought you asked me a question.
Okay, another one again. I want to ask you.
Wait. No,
is Prime Minister not coming out?
Francis, hold on. You are going to come in.
Okay.
Military does not take over in a democratic government. Never. Even during the Ukraine not in the war? Who is in charge? The president is still in charge. If the president is not there, the second in charge is the vice president.
I don't understand that.
And I've told you that. And if the vice president is not there, the Speaker of the House is the one to select somebody that will be saying, because he is in charge. I'm telling you of America, the way it is the way it goes. In our own case, we don't have these ones. And today, even today, COS is now, because in the absence of PM, COS is the vice. It's not because we are using the word COS. COS is the vice. Even when PM was around, because I am in almost all the
conferences. They give her the same people that are attacking her today are giving her that position.
You know why I've seen that they hate her? This woman is a lioness. You don't control her. She has money. She has education. She is a medical doctor. If people don't know, she's not answering doctor, an academic doctor. She is a professional medical doctor. Okay? And she has been in politics. She understands everything. She's not a novice. And the person that is even trying to, I don't like to go personal, but if we should check both of them, their antecedents. This guy that is trying to challenge her is not even close to her in terms of portfolio. So I don't like all these things. We are battling all these things. In our government today, she is the second in command. Everybody knows that. When they go to American PM visit America and all that, there was time COS did her own visitation. And they were saying our second in command is coming after our PM comes, that the second in command will come. Everybody is saying it. They know. And even the cabinet, like Choose Survivor is one of the cabinet. He knows inside things that he's not saying. Okay, they know, they have more information than us. However, he is still talking. You are arguing, and you are telling him that in that charter, first of all, we don't have the right to interpret the law. We are not legal luminaries. We are not. It's not our profession. They said that everybody should read. Wait. I know that you are very intelligent and you are.
That is why we are not Nigeria. Nigerian people, they will tell you it is a law that, but our Biafra charter said every citizen has the right. You know that you have the right to protest and bring the government down as a Biafra.
Wait,
Don't you know it is your charter? Go and read your charter. Go and read it. I read this thing. It's there.
Wait.
It is me that give the prime minister the power to become the prime minister. It is also us that will bring him down to if he mess up. So don't come and tell me that it's left for the judiciary.
Calm down, please. Calm down. You're going to speak. Don't worry. You are too anxious.
My brother,
to
let me tell you something. Okay,
don't worry.
It's not about trying to be intelligent person. Okay,
we are pursuing how to build a nation. That is what we're talking about. This thing you are pursuing is what you are pursuing. So
exactly.
But we have to do it in a very nice form so that we don't confuse the ones who are not knowledgeable as you are.
Yes, thank you. Because you are showing us
the lowest level to everyone to understand. Go ahead, my brother.
Exactly. He's showing us that he is very, very intelligent, that he understands the law more than us. Okay, he has been telling you go and read as if you have not read, or you don't even know. You don't even need to read for you to understand how it is. If you have gone through some system of education, there are things we know without even going to read because we've been reading. Okay, but what we want to know now is what is peculiar to us. You telling us that the individual has the power over the prime minister or over the government is what is democracy? What is the definition of democracy? Government of the people, meaning that government is a servant of the people. So it's not peculiar to Biafra. It's not because Nigeria is not working. People have the right over President of America. They are the one that put Trump. So what are you saying as if we don't know that one? Democracy means that people put people in position.
Nobody dare tamper with your right as a Biafra. You have the right to protest, even to argue as you're arguing. You have the right to challenge even the law, anything.
Exactly. Freedom of speech in that one. But again, that's not what we are talking about. I'm trying to let you understand that what you said is not, because they are peddling these lies on the social media, that during the war, that the defense minister is the one in charge and not over the country. And that is absolutely nonsense. Is pure lies.
It's not true. There
the president is the
system. It doesn't happen anyway.
Exactly. President is still the commander-in-chief, and in his absence, anybody that is the second takes over. Wears the shoes. So I don't know where they brought that nonsense. But do you know one thing I like about our COS? This lady does not even shake. She's so calm. You see, when you see somebody that knows,
she's focusing on recognition of Biafra. That is where we are. Winning recognition.
She's pursuing, doing her job. People think that men on the ground,
men on the coming in are going to her. Letters, she's receiving letters and responding. Why
exactly.
We are agreeing?
First of all, what is more important now? Okay, two things are important. Let me use it like that. Men on the ground, very important. Okay, but do you know, if we are talking about only men on the ground, fight, we may not achieve this our aim for the next 20 years. Do you know that people fought for many years and they have not achieved their aim? Why Biafra is different is because we are all over the world. If we begin to speak internationally, they will listen, because our tribe is unique in the world. Yes, and our story is unique, but you have to present your story so that they will look into your story and begin to see how they can help. And they have told us. But if you are fighting on the ground, Ambazonia has fought for more than 8 years now. Are you aware of that? But today, not recognized. Do you know why? The kind of force that we Biafrans have, they don't have it. On social media alone, anybody that mentions Biafra, all of us will be there telling the person, thank you,
Yes.
go on. We are giving the person all the support. None
Yes.
of these people get the kind of support Biafrans
They
give.
don't.
So we are different, and I don't believe that it will take time for international bodies to start recognizing us. It will not take time, but we need to do something first. So my brother, don't think that these things that they are lying, giving to people, that they are correct. They are not correct at all. They are not. In this our situation, PM has, you said that he does not even have the right to dissolve. It doesn't happen in anywhere. PM has the right to appoint people and dissolve the people. Okay, he has the right, and in his absence, do you know why we are even questioning COS at all? It's not about the power that the office has. My brother Chiefs, why people are even talking about this thing at all is because in this struggle we don't trust anybody. Okay, it's just because that maybe COS is zoo agent. That maybe
Exactly. It's because of those suspicion. It's not that she doesn't have the right.
Just the curiosity.
People are just suspecting her unnecessarily.
Exactly, not the position.
It's
Not the
not
position.
about
Exactly. Because the position is very, very clear on that. Nobody questions the position, but they are saying maybe she did it because she is zoo angel. But my brother, we the Biafrans, this is where our power lies. Okay, if she's not going based on the templates that we know that Biafra supposed to be going, okay, and our PM's direction, then we Biafrans will begin to voice out against that. It doesn't matter who is the who is on the top, okay. Even PM has been questioned many times by Biafrans, so it doesn't matter. But right now she is on the on the right track. So I don't know why we are peddling all these things. Don't entertain these people lying. They are lying because they failed. They were in the cabinet, they messed up, and they are trying to come and deceive our Biafrans. But again, if you accept the lies of these people and follow them, my brother, I give people 1 month, even if PM doesn't come out before then.
Of
1
course,
month, all
everyone
of them will
has the
come back
right to
to us.
use their own opinion to hold on to any direction you feel you hold to. But it's good the way we are
Yes.
interacting. You have come in and you ask questions. We gave you our own point of view, and you have your own point. It's left for you to go and reason towards it. Biafrans are also watching us. They will also apply their common sense into what we are saying. And at the end of the day, we are pursuing one thing.
I have.
So
I have
I'm
like
done with that. I think I've
I have
made my
like two
point.
questions.
Please,
Like
there is
follow up to
somebody
what
here.
to what
Doreen, maybe you
Chu
will
you
hear
are
from her.
saying.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
Chu.
Thank you. Go on, Darren. What you say, Francis? Go on.
So Chu, like I understand what like the ending part you were saying about because of the struggle we are a whole lot of sabotage have been and with what we are facing with Nigeria from the time of kidnapping of Nnamdi Kanu, even from Wazirike, you see how the sabotage go, people die, anytime Nnamdi Kanu kidnap, a lot of killings of our men, and how Simon coming, our prime minister, and the sabotage is still going, a whole lot. So that suspicion you are talking, that is right. And everybody have the mind to suspect whoever that is coming, especially the men in ground and the people in exile, because we have lost a lot of men. So now there's a space. I was clean listening to her. I was even the one championing, fighting. The time that she made the first broadcast when our leader, our PM was detained, that Biafrans was Barabara. I post something in Twitter there, and people start sharing it. I put a picture before other people pick up. I was pushing. But when, I think, is it last week that she came to space that this Gara thing starts? Because I like to listen to both sides and make my decision. But she made a statement that made me to start wondering, start asking questions, just like what you said, like suspicion, where she said she has a contact with one of the zoo politicians, forgotten the name of the person, a brother or friend to the former governor of Edo State. And he still speak, and he said the person called, he said, this part of is not part of the Biafra Yoruba. He said he have to give the politician the number of the Yoruba admin. Is there live to call to confirm to me and to what we are fighting and the struggle. That is a very big red line. And you know what our Prime Minister have said? That if he even have any connection with any local government politician in Nigeria, that with the time he made up his mind to fight for this freedom, he blocked everything because of the sabotage. So that alone, it was a red line. And there was a Biafran who even called and said, don't you know that what you said now, we not feel good with Biafran. She was also trying to explain that, you know, that was his classmate and other things. So that is sending a lot of signal to people on the ground that, oh, she might be in contact with a lot of politicians, and even giving the contact of our admin in Urobo and Ebony. It's a red flag. And now another place I also have problem. I'm bringing it out so people can solve it. Another place in the convention, they release a memo of suspending a success. I know one success who have been in this thing, but later we discovered that it was the PA to our Prime Minister. Success is the one who give connection with the men on ground to the PA. And he was the first person that they suspend. That is security in the groundland. That was where our conscience started judging us. What is going on? And they are trying to bring new person. Now, the men on ground might not decide to trust the new person who come because they don't trust, because suspicion, sabotage can go. Success have been working with them and things have been going fine for long. There was no sabotage. With finance meter, they have not been sabotaged. But now you want to bring new people. The men on ground can decide not to work with you because of sabotage. So for me, I was thinking, why not maintain everything? Our Prime Minister is not out. Unless you people want, unless maybe people know that something has happened to our Prime Minister that is dead, that they are rushing everything. At least let's go 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, then start talking with those guys in the ground. Then you cannot change things, but immediately within 1 week, 2 weeks, everything is changing fast. You are suspending people fast. Everybody wants to give account. That is where the suspensions of almost all the Biafrans in homeland, because they called me steady, and that is just the exact thing. These two things.
Okay.
Our men in ground. So that is why people like me, we start reasoning, we start asking questions. And up till now, I can tell you the truth, I don't trust her. For that alone, those two memo and this, I don't trust. I don't even trust anybody. The only people I trust now is those men on ground, like Butuzo released a audio that right now that they are begging the government, new government.
How did you know that that audio is Butuzo?
Yes, I've heard the voice of Butuzo when from the time of even Azuka and the time they launch our parade. There was a time he made statements. Even our Prime Minister used to play the video, but he didn't play the face, he played the video. So he made a statement that success have not been giving them problem, that they should leave success and the accounts for the donation, they should leave it. They can do other things, but they should leave success.
Can I answer your question? Can I answer your question and clarify you with things?
Okay.
Is it our information secretary or something?
The Doreen?
Yes.
Go ahead, Doreen.
No. But
Okay.
yeah, but I'm involved also in a lot of stuff, including in Texas here. Let me clarify you of things, because it's good to slow down, in taking a decision or siding, because as all of us are, we did not really know the root of all this, and so we're still waiting for this, the chief of staff, they're gonna come, the whole cabinet, to explain things for us, do we ask ourselves, what is the job of Ojuku's wife? That's where we have to start. That's where this thing that you see, she was the origin of all this. She went to the Finland ambassador in Nigeria to put stop on this declaration December 2nd. And who are the people that did you see where Nando Carlos' wife met with her? That this was done before and people died of hunger, blah, blah, blah. Who during that time was Odmogo Ojukwu that, saw what our people were going through. And he used everything that he has to set our people free. But sometimes you imagine why the wife of all these strong men are the problem instead of being supportive of their husband. And now she's using the success, and anybody saying success is a PA to Simon is not true. Simon is the person that he will use you to do whatever, the job. If you're capable of doing it, and it doesn't mean that you are the only person at that spot. Remember, Azuka's husband was the one doing the same thing Success was doing before. That one self, Simon called him a pig. But what happened at last? So it doesn't matter. And immediately Success came in. So he used different people to do the same job. We have to know this about Prime Minister. He used different people so that if he noticed anything about you, he will drop you immediately and pick up another person because he's monitoring you both. So he now used Success, the finance minister, Raf, and the what do you call it? The Minister of Information. So their plan was that declaration not to happen that December 2nd because they put court injunction on that day at 8 a.m. So that will stop. That's why this woman, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, and the cabinet took that immediate decision to have it on 29 because something was about to run down. And these people that I mentioned say, no, we have to leave it on that December 2nd. And they are aware what was about to happen on that December 2nd. So let's slow down and listen. They're coming out, I think, this week or so to clarify things, but we don't expect them to go all the way to give you the total background. They're going to tell you what we need to know, or we need to slow down. So many things is going on. The same thing that led Azuka out is the same thing the Minister of Finance is doing. Our people, the media, nobody pays them. Why was he paying them? Why? So we need to really slow down and listen to the government. They're working and it's capable hands. And also, you should know that maybe your job has come to an end here. You've done what you're supposed to do. Then another person in a higher level. See, when the COF came in, there was a lot of fight. Azuka fought her to bear. But look at where she is, because she's supposed to take this mantle to the next level. And she has done that. She made a call to, politicians. We don't know why. So we have to give benefit of that. We're all watching. We're all looking. We're all seeing. We got to see this play out. It doesn't take time. Biafrans are wise men. They are real wise men. When I say wise men, I'm just using wise men and women. Highly educational, highly talented. When I talk about education, it's not like academic. There are people that didn't even break the four walls of that, but their wisdom is superpower. They're all in Biafra land. So please, let's slow down. And if you listen to this, if you watch this account, PM brought out 3 accounts. This mandate account was part of it. That's what I mean. So somebody that is responsible for account, and you are called for meeting, you didn't answer couple times. And you want to hijack the struggle because you think you're holding the account. It doesn't work that way. We're talking about Biafrans, millions of people for just one person. So let us slow down. That's my point here. Bianca is doing back underground job in stopping this Biafra. Biafra is the one that present whatever Simon is happening. All these people are all involved. So let's slow down and listen to this cabinet. COF is not the only cabinet there. There are people, strong women, strong men working with her. If there is any mess up, they will question her. They will tell us. But these ones now fighting this, they're working with Bianca. And they are giving her information, what is going on. They wanted to interrupt that declaration. But the real people stood their ground and declared it on 29. That was what happened. So people don't know the root of where the problem is going. So let's slow down. Instead, be neutral. Instead, be neutral. Listen, but time will tell. Time will tell. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much, my beloved sister Doreen. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for that amazing contribution.
Thank you, my sister. Yeah, I'll be neutral. Guys, I'm neutral. I'm observing the two parts. So, just like what I discovered is the other part, they still maintain the same account, and the other guys, the finance, the COS is bringing the new dimension account. I went into the account and I saw that. But let me not talk much. The account, but I'm neutral. I'm just trying to. I will listen to her tomorrow or next tomorrow. I don't know when they say they are coming with their cabinet. And again,
they've not specified the date, but they say sometime this week. They're gonna come and talk to Biafra. If you want, go to Simon Ekpa's. If you go to Simon Ekpa's S handle, you will see the 3 accounts that I mentioned there. They are written boldly there. 3 good accounts for Biafra.
It's not there. It's only one account is there. Biafran Republic.
Now, okay. I wish I can screenshot it and post it. It's 3 good accounts. Make a research very well.
Francis, there are so many things you have not really verified well. That is why sometimes people say you calm down and follow up gradually. I know what your problem is. Not that you have a biased mind or you are attacking about. You really want to know, but you have to calm down to know. Like this very account you're talking. That mandate account.
3 accounts.
No, I've seen the 3 accounts. The dimension.
The finance minister you're talking about has paid money. He has made donation through that mandate account.
Yes, to that mandate account. Yes. It's 3 good accounts that Prime Minister listed out. Go to his head handle, search it very well. You see the 3 accounts. Mandate account is there. The finance minister also has deposited money into that mandate account. So mandate account is not something new. It's not like it's something new.
The
Prime Minister Simon knows about it.
Yeah, and I don't have problem with that.
We are moving to the next level.
So, we are not asking whether you have problem. Let me say something. No, we are not trying to convince you. You see, in my opinion, in my opinion, okay, the truths can never be hidden. It's just a matter of time. All these people following this guy that is clueless. You see, the guy they are following doesn't know nothing. I've listened to that guy, even with his statements, he has nothing upstairs. That you are making money does not mean that you are intelligent. Period. And again, he's boasting that he's fed Biafrans, that he's the only one. If you are claiming that you have been borrowing money, doing this, that Biafrans are owing you, why can't you do a account of the ones that they have been paying? All the Biafrans donating money, you refuse, and you are claiming that you are Dangote.
You say what? You say he's boasting that what?
You never heard him saying that he's the one that we are owing him, that Biafrans are owing himself, that he's the one doing everything. Without him, that the convention wouldn't have held. Did you hear that or not from his mouth? The person you are supporting. Now, wait, again, let me tell you something. I have been on the background. You see me. I started from the time of Mazen Nandikano. We have been the ones with writing. We are fighting on the writing. Even I do some other things actually on the media. But I know I have my information very, very well because I take time to check everything. And again, use your own sense. Now, when somebody is blackmailing somebody, what does it mean? Do you know that this account you are saying, they started making people to feel like it's a new account? The same Aparawa that knows that this account have been the main account. Do you know the people they call the mandate New Dimension group? Do you know that we have a group called
I've been hearing the New Dimension. I hear about that in a long time, since last year.
So what do they do?
I don't know.
What do you know that they do? Now, let me tell you now, because that is why you need to have him. You don't have information. New Dimension Group, okay, are the backbone of this our movement. These are people that they come together. They can donate 10,000. They can donate 5,000. They donate. Donate big money. PM does not joke with this dimension because they are the backbone. They don't make noise. You don't even. Some of them are anonymous. Now, do you know the leader of this New Dimension?
It's Ngozi Orabueze.
Have you heard the name?
Yes.
Have you heard the name?
The one that is the leader of that
woman probably has donated more than everybody else, as you see her, but she doesn't make noise. I was in a meeting one day. Okay, I was in one of the donations. She said that everybody should donate and tell her what the amount is. She will double it. Have you heard that before? Has she said something like that? After donating, maybe that day they will get, let's say, 20,000, 30,000. She will make it 60. And the finance minister came and said that he's the one that is the pillar of the whole. And you don't feel insulted as a Biafran? Even if you are putting $20, it's still money. Why would he say something like that? So sometimes, even when somebody is doing something correct, with his mouth, you will now put two together to know the one that is actually causing commotion and the one that is trying not to even say. COS hasn't said anything against these people. Even in that speech that she made that you are talking about, I was there, I listened. She never said anything against them. It's only Adadi Oramwa that is even bringing some of their secrets.
Including the person they are mentioning his name, the success. Every one of us know that success comes on
they Twitter. Don't want to say anything about that success. So
our prime minister will tell him to join on the Twitter and talk and introduce him as his assistant on Twitter. It was only these people that came out and began to tell us that he's doing another job on the ground. That's why in this program, I don't speak about. I don't talk about them. I don't speak about.
So it means success is not on the ground. What I want to know, it means success is not on the ground. It's in exile.
Listen. What I'm telling you that
PM never said that.
Never told us what his job is. He's just a PA, and we always see him on Twitter. It is these people that came out and begin to interpret to us and tell the whole world, look at the job he's doing.
Yes.
The master
And
never tell
let me
you
say
anything that he's
something.
doing. Every one of you hear his
Let
name
me
on Twitter. Anytime Master Samuel come on Twitter, you hear him call success. Are you there? Give him time to speak. He will speak
and let
like
me
every other person speaks. But
exactly.
all of a
And
sudden,
let
when
me
this thing
say
happened, they
something.
were the same people that came and begin to tell the whole world, look at what he's doing.
They exposed him. Okay, they exposed him, and
Even
let me
this
tell you
US
something.
that talked about it.
No,
PM
my question.
never called him PA. Wait, all these PA. PM never called PA. I don't know why you people are giving people title. PM
I
never
don't
used his
know.
mouth and call
This is
him
how
PA.
if you build a person,
I
build a
started
person, you
hearing
become
it from
something else.
Chiamaka Ajere and the rest. We can deduce from his job, but he never mentions people's name. The same thing with the men on the ground. These Butus. PM never for once mentioned any name. Do you know why? That is intelligence. Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's allow our brother Eme Chuku. Thank you so much, my brother Eme Chuku. Thank you. Go ahead and speak to us. Let's hear from you.
Okay. You can't call my last name. You couldn't pronounce my last name. Ibu onye Igbo. Ibu onye Igbo, huh? Nkuba.
Is that
Anyway.
Nkubu there?
Nkumba. Nkuba.
Nkuba. Okay,
Yes.
Nkuba.
Yes.
Anyway.
That's okay. Anyway, I hardly come to this. I'm hardly online, but I work behind the scene. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. Don't let my look fool you. I'm a senior citizen. Okay.
You're welcome, sir.
Thank you. I used to be a member of the advisory committee. So I know Simon, and then I know Ngozi and Ima in Switzerland. But I had a back and neck surgery that sidelined me due to injury I sustained while I was serving in the U.S. Navy. I was the first Biafran to serve in the U.S. Navy. So I'm now retired. I also served in Biafra as a kid in BOF, Biafra Organization of Freedom Fighters. So I went through that war and survived it before I came to the U.S. after the war. So I see what is going on, and I'm disheartened. All I can say is that anybody that cannot see the truth are those who make mistakes. Ngozi Orabueze is the second in command of our struggle. When Simon appointed her as chief of staff, which is our structure, that made her second in command after Simon. There is no government where the defense minister or finance minister supersedes the chief of staff. I have degrees in political science also. So anybody trying to say that they are going to assume command, leadership over the COS is fooling the people. Okay, so we should all support our COS, including all the changes that she might have made. Simon is not in danger. Simon is not suffering. He's not being held by Nigeria. the Finnish law requires there are two types of arrests in Finland. Either they remand you to prison if your crime is so heinous that you become a threat to the public, and then there is house arrest. Simon is under house arrest. The only thing that they deprive him is freedom of movement and public access. He still has visitation by his family. Actually, he's at home enjoying. That's why he was able to see everything that happened on December 29. So when people, out of ignorance, think that, oh, he is incarcerated, Simon is not incarcerated. You have to understand the law of the country that is holding him, and it is in the West. So you either they remand you to full prison because he hasn't been convicted for that to happen. So at the present time, he's only being held in house arrest, which means he's at home enjoying himself, eating gari, okay, but he just cannot communicate it to people outside. And his movement is restricted. He cannot make a phone call, but he still has access to his family. So if he has any message to send out, he still can do that through his family. Anybody that they're allowed to visit him. So I want all this noise to stop on the social media. Those two individuals who think that they can claim the mantle of power because of Simon's absence, they are fooling themselves. Okay. We should throw all our backing behind the COS. She is our authority. Simon gave her that authority. In whatever she did, the changes she implemented, she announced, Simon gave her that authority. Without that, you plan ahead. When you are in a struggle like this, you plan ahead. It is not something a decision she arrived just immediately the Biafra was declared. These are plans someone had planned ahead of time that she should follow this structure. So she didn't make that decision. This decision was already made that after the declaration, Beji administration will be dissolved and new ones appointed because we are entering to a different phase of the struggle.
Yes.
We are no longer in the what stage we're in. Okay, we're no longer at that stage. We are now entering into the cognition phase. The cognition phase requires people with authority, learned people who knows what diplomacy means, who have contacts with people in power in other countries. You don't bring people who knows nothing about diplomacy, foreign relations, to handle that sphere of affairs. So that's why the changes he made, they needed that change. We are not going to. It's like you're going to be contacting people in foreign administrations. Those people are very learned. So how are you going to convince the other person on the other side that your cause is just unless you send people equally learned who can handle the rigor of diplomacy? So that's why it's important that we all understand the need for the changes she made. I don't think she just woke up and said, "Okay, I'm going to dissolve the cabinet and appoint new ones because I'm now in charge." No, Simon already made these changes before he was called up. So she's just following what Simon already. Because I mean, I worked with Simon when I was a member of the advisory committee, so I know him and I know Orabueze too, and a couple of others who were there at the time. So the defense minister or finance minister should humble themselves and accept the changes that was made. If they don't want to humble themselves and come back, then let them just stay on the sidelines and let Orabueze continue in what she's doing with the power or the authority she's been given. So I hope people at home, our angels who are doing the needful and protecting our home can hear this and stand behind Orabueze. We are not going to let them down. We'll continue to contribute our money and make sure they are all well taken care of, and let them not relent in the struggle or the fight against our sole enemy, the Nigerian government. Okay, that's all I have to. That's all I want to tell you.
Thank you so much, sir. We appreciate you for that amazing contribution. And you have just added more light into what we have discussed. You know, that is the beauty of it all. When we come online here, people join us. We hear the voice from the mothers, we hear from the fathers, we hear from the youths, we hear from the soft voice, we hear from the strong one. So that at the end of the day, you wouldn't say you didn't hear. If at the end of the day, you refuse to see reasons, you have yourself to blame. The decision is yours to make. You have to make the decision. Every information you need to have. What we are doing in Biafra, United States of Biafra government media, is to push those information that you need to hear. Even if you have a different version, you have an argument, you have a confusion, feel free to come into our program, ask questions. There are people that will answer you. Just like our editor that just came out now and gave that response. He has been there watching. If you ask a question that needs his contribution, he will come in and answer you. It is not just about me. I'm just anchoring the program, giving Biafrans opportunity to come and ask their questions and get the answers they need. Because more especially this time, I know that many Biafrans in Biafra land are worried. Many people in the homeland, they are worried, they are confused, they are afraid, they are scared, and all that. So when we come online like this, elders come and join us, our mothers come and join us, our sisters and brothers from all directions, both those who are inside and outside, both those who has been there before. You can imagine that our elder is speaking, he has been there, he has been inside there, and today he is outside. So it is not, no position is permanent. You can't say that today you are so minister, you will hold it forever. Once they tell you your own tenure is over, allow a new person to come in, it becomes a problem. It doesn't work that way. No position is permanent. You can be there tomorrow, and next tomorrow someone else will be there. Go ahead and speak. Who is speaking?
Yeah, I live in the United States, so I school here. Every government, not really government, every administration, government never ends. Okay, hearing that guy, the government doesn't end. Government is the operation of the institution of government. It doesn't end. What ends are administrations. Administrations come and go, but government remains. Okay, so let nobody be confused about our government. Our government did not dissolve. Our government still remains. It functions. It is the administration, those mandated to head each department. If one administrator, call it minister, agency, is the head doesn't perform well, the prime minister or his second in command in his absence has the right to remove the head of that department and appoint a new person. For one reason or the other, if the head of that department also has the right to resign if anything should impede his performance. He has the right to resign, and a new administrator will be appointed. So the government never ends. Our government is in existence. We declared, redeclared our Independence Republic of Biafra. Our government continues to function, but each department head or those appointed to power, authority will come and go. Nobody is above the government. Okay. So we are not going to be like Nigeria, where individuals think that they own the whole country. Okay. Our government must persist to be excellent, to be effective, but anybody who is not qualified to contribute to the efficiency running of our government will be taken out. So those individuals, it may be ideology, if their ideology doesn't fit our system of government, then that person should not be there. Okay? No individual is greater than the whole of Biafra, no matter your contribution. If you contributed $1 billion, your money is still not greater than the whole, which is Biafra.
Absolutely.
And our government cannot be bought by an individual. Some of us donate. Nobody knows about nobody has ever seen our faces or anything like that. But behind the scene, people are contributing, and nobody sees their faces, or you don't see them coming online to say how much they contributed. That is what is called selflessness. Okay, selfishness are people who want to be in government for their own selfish interest. In this struggle, it's not about the individual.
It's not.
It's about our children, our children's children, our posterity. What is happening today? We don't want our children to go through it. Look, I don't want my family members to go through it. That's why I joined this struggle too, behind the scenes. I don't want any position, but I want my ideas to contribute my ideas of how we can be more effective. When I was with Simon, I will give my military experience, give him ideas about military, how our military should function. Okay, I contribute that, and I'm the one that introduced the concept of the American concept of what did I call it again? Rugged individual. Okay, rugged individualism. I gave it to him, and I started seeing people write about rugged individualism because at school here, that's American concept of rugged individualism that prevails in society. So that's the way I want our people to be, as rugged individualists. Okay, no one is greater than the other. We are all equal at whole. Okay, so united we stand, divided we fall. You can see the poems I post online. I don't know if you see it. Okay, we are all struggling, fighting ourselves, but the enemy has still usurped the very concept of your okay. I'm forgetting my own poem. you know, so it's online. I think I posted it here too. So read my poems. You see that it makes sense. We are all fighting each other. While your enemy is determined to uproot you, to take over your land, to kill
It's
you,
sad.
to
It's really sad.
emasculate. Uh-huh.
It's really sad. It's really sad. Go ahead.
Yes, emasculate your people and take over your land and make you prisoners in your own land. Okay. So it's not a good thing to witness. Okay, so if they succeed in doing that, forever you're going to remain. Our race, our people will vanish in history. You see, the Assyrians we learn from. What do you think we learn from history? The Assyrians lost their lands and and had to work for the conquerors. They became hewers of woods and drawers of water, though a little better than the slaves, but were fortunate to continue alive. There was some sort of intermarriage between them while the newcomers fed away. The Assyrians, in history, you don't hear about them again. The same thing happened to them. They were defeated, conquered, and today they have vanished in history because the people who conquered them just destroyed them, and they are no longer heard about in history. We don't want that to be our history, that the Igbos will disappear because we allowed intra warrior to destroy us and allow the Fulani oligarchy to overtake our land. That would be something I cannot perceive. That is something I dread. If these people can't learn from the annals of history, that's why we study history, to see what happened to people in other generations before now.
Yes.
Because those things can happen. History is bound to repeat itself. Okay? Those things can happen to you. So we study history in order to avoid those mistakes that other people made in the past. We are living in those times that if we don't do the right thing to safeguard our own tribe, our own region, we are going to vanish in the annals of history. It may sound foreign and people are not listening. It may go from one year and pass to the other year, but until it happens to you, then you say, had I known. Nobody will say, had I known, because the reality is staring us on the face. The reality is facing us on the face. And I pity those at home. I'm here in comfort. I fought, I worked hard here, saved the country in the military. And I'm comfortable. I can send money. It doesn't matter how much money I send home to help my relatives who are at home. But they are all living in fear. You see? So that is why it will cost me nothing more than to see that my region, my people listen and do what history needs us to do. Fight for our freedom. Those who do not comprehend the relevance of the concept of historical time will always remain the blind recipients of inevitable change. We are being warned today. The handwriting on the wall is there for everybody to see. People are dying back home. Whether those who hasn't reached their doorsteps are those who still doubt. Until it reaches their doorsteps, then they will say, stop saying, had I known. There will be no time for you to say, had I known, because the enemy will be at your door. A word is sufficient for the wise.
Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate you. We really appreciate you for that very strong word of encouragement. And I believe that the Biafrans are encouraged. Please share this very video and this program to other people around you. Share to your family and friends, more especially if people in homeland share, so that our people will get encouraged. I know many people are disturbed. Share this video so that people can get the information. Information is key. It's very important. It's not just coming on the social media to shout. That is why we have different voices coming in. We thank God we have the opportunity to hear voices from all angles. It is very important. We are going to go home. Biafra have been declared, and there is no going back. Anybody that's trying to take us back is wasting time. We are not going back. It is
Never.
forward ever and backward never. So
Yeah.
I've spent almost 4 hours on this program, and I think I have to round up so that I can be able to come back on the other program that I have. So before we now close, I want us to go on a closing remark from each and every one of us, the panelists that are here. We go on closing remarks, maybe 2 minutes before I round up the program, so that we can take some rest and come back again and continue, because this is not the time to stay away for too long because of many people expecting to hear from Biafran people. And the chief of staff is going to come with the cabinet to speak with Biafrans on the 12th. On the 12th, 8 p.m. I think somebody just posted it, I shared it. So everybody should wait for that very broadcast to come. We're going to stream it live and you're going to watch. If it's going to be on the Zoom, I encourage everybody to join the Zoom and ask questions and make contributions also if it's going to be on the Zoom. But whatever be the case, I will stream it here live and every one of us will watch. So let's start from my beloved brother Chu. Give us your closing remark, word of encouragement to Biafrans as we take our rest and come back later. My brother Chu, go ahead.
Okay, can you hear me very well?
Loud and clear.
All right. I greet our Mr. Eme, the veteran himself, actually American and all that. So I love his contribution because he cleared some things, and like some of the things we said already, he now puts stamp on it as a political analyst, from that point of view. And again, our sister Doreen made something very profound, or should I say, something that many people may not. I don't know whether some people heard what she said. And if you don't amplify something, it may not sell, or people may not hear it. She told us exactly what happened in Finland. Some people never wanted this declaration to happen. Okay? They wanted to to stop it. But somebody outsmarted them. Or should I say Biafrans? Okay?
Biafra.
But the person that did it, at least that represented to do it, is the COS. And how come the same person is now the one sabotaging us? Do you know what that declaration means? Or else we don't know. Only that thing she did, the zoo will never forgive her. For the fact that she did it and outsmarted them, they are very angry. So Biafran should understand that. What's making sound?
That alarm system is smoke detector.
Okay. So I'm very happy that she mentioned that, and also everybody has come here to, at least most people, to understand that the government is what we are after. We need to protect it. It's our government, and it's not about individual. Okay, our father here made it very clear that when we are talking about government, we should understand that government can never be dissolved. And that is what people, as in government is there. And again, talking about that, what PM has been saying, he's talking about government in exile. Okay, now government in exile, we can't say that we are now in United States of Biafra without doing away with the exile of 18. Now people are saying that we are not in homeland. We are not yet in homeland, but they don't know that we need a document. That it's not about where you are, it's about the document. You can, okay, for example, You can open a company without even having an office, but you are a registered company. Okay, that is the first thing you do. You register a company. You may have a company on paper. That paper is very important. So that is what we are going through now. We are now having our new nation. We need to present not as in exile anymore. So anything about exile has been dissolved. So now coming to the cabinet and all that. So people are now, but you know what is happening? They are confusing our people over there on X space. So I understand what is going on. So Chooks, your duty and our duty is to come as often as we can to help the government and debunk all these lies. Okay.
Yeah, we're going to have a
So
space today. We're having a space today.
thank you. And it's very, very important. And that is all I can say for Biafrans. Let us keep on listening to positive news, not all these negative people. People, 2 or 3 people cannot overthrow a government in the name of whatever they are talking. Okay. So I believe in this government and let us protect it. That is my own opinion. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother. I appreciate you for that amazing submission. Let's go to our beloved sister Doreen. Go ahead, Sister Doreen. Give us your word of encouragement as we round up.
Okay. Thank you, everybody. In fact, I woke up and I came to your website. I heard what was going on, so I decided to just, to jump in.
Thank you.
We need the media at this time. Like, we need the media more so that they can help us with correct information. And if the cabinet are coming, I think on the 12th or something,
Yeah, on
I
the
will
12th.
still check their airspace to know. So we need the media to join, and so that we can help, share the YouTube to our families back home, so they can also join to listen to the government speaking to us direct. Like our big dad said, a man with experience. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
People forget history. Remember, we used to have Umada. And when Umada was no more necessary and important, it was deserved. Some people didn't understand it. Some people thought it was a bad thing to deserve Umada. No, there are stages.
That's right.
Now it's another stage, diplomatic now. And we need people that can talk, people that can write, people that can, when they are moving, they're coming back with a big achievement. So these are stages, and people need to understand that we're in a different stage right now, the most delicate and important stage. So we need capable hands. So please, everybody need to pipe down, follow the government. Let's move. It's already late for anybody to go back. We can go back at this point.
That's right.
So all we need now is forward ever. Backward never. So thank you, my brothers, and everyone that spoke this morning. And we bear in mind and remember what do we think that Nigeria want to achieve by appointing Odumegwu Ojukwu's wife at this critical time of the Biafra people? We need to have that in mind. They want to achieve something, and they cannot achieve that without using our people. You know, an enemy cannot come from outside and just jump in. No, he had to use somebody in the house.
Yes.
Oke dị n'ụlọ gbara oke dị n'ọhịa na azụ dị na ngịga. That ilu, ọkakwara n'aka, but it seems like our people forget that ilu. If you remember that ilu all the time, you'll be careful of your life anywhere personal. When you travel home, if somebody in your family will tell an outsider this person is home, and then they arrange for the kidnap. So it's always an insider that they will use. So let's bear that in mind. What is the job of Odumogojukwu's wife right now? That is a purpose. She's not just appointed for just ordinary appointed. No, that is a purpose. So we should always bear that in mind and understand that is a lot of underground job that is going on. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much, my beloved sister. May Chukwu Okike continue to guide and protect you and secure you. We appreciate your amazing contribution, the voice of a mother, and I believe many people have digested that word, and it will give them a lot of encouragement. And finally, let us hear once again on the closing word from our elder, Emma, and a veteran.
Amen.
Please take the stage and speak to us finally so that we can round up with that.
Okay, thank you once again.
Welcome, sir.
I have, okay, all I want to say is everybody should round and support Ngozi Orabueze. She's our Deputy Prime Minister. Now, both here and home, there should be no question about who is leading us right now until Simon Ekpa, our Prime Minister, comes up. I have no doubt that on May next year, that he will be exonerated. He will be out.
You see?
Okay. So between now and May, Ngozi Orabueze is our Deputy Prime Minister and Chief of Staff. Everybody should back her up. Nobody else, even those who have been trying to form their own clique, should come back and join hands in steering this ship forward.
Yes.
If there are people at home who have any doubt at all, remove all doubts and support Ngozi Orabueze. Okay? When you are in a war, you cannot have two commanders. Okay? You only have one commander until your one commander who is leading you in that battle is killed. When he's killed, then the second in command takes over. You don't go to become your soldiers behind you. Don't start shouting, "Oh, who is to lead us now? Who is to lead us now?" Oh, your group will be wiped out. It doesn't take seconds when you start quarreling at the battlefield. Your group will be wiped out. That's the way. There are no second chances in war. Either you fight as one, or you lose the battle. We are in a war. We need to support our Deputy Prime Minister. We need to support our men back home. And they need to fight like their lives depend on it. And that's the way we are supposed to fight too. I have no sympathy for anybody that works for Nigeria, work against us, Biafra. I have no sympathy. I had advised our Prime Minister long before that in a war, you take no prisoners. It's based on my experience. Take no prisoners. those who are with us, either you are with us or you are against us. And those who are against us, we don't want to fight a second war after we achieve Biafra. This is the time to eliminate all of them because we are in a war. After we get Biafra, I don't want to see those people trying to arouse a civil war between us, among ourselves. So, to me, as a military person, this is the time to do away with all those who are against us now than fighting a civil war among ourselves after we restore Biafra. So I encourage everybody to do the right thing. Right now, the right thing to do is to support Ngozi Orabueze as our Deputy Prime Minister. Okay. And long live Biafra.
Thank you so much,
Biafra
sir.
or never.
All hail Biafra.
All hail Biafra. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you so
doing
much,
a
sir.
very good job.
Thank you, sir.
No problem.
My fellow Biafrans, I appreciate everyone that have been patient with us from the beginning of this program till this moment. It is a continuous program. Later in the evening, we're going to come on space and we'll speak. And tomorrow, same time, we will still be here. We will continue to preach this gospel and educate people. If you have not shared, share the program, like, and make sure you click the notification bell so that you'll be notified so you can be able to join us when we come up next time. May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide and protect every single one of us as Biafrans, wherever you are located. May Chukwu come and guide and protect you. We pray that Chukwu Okike Abiama will guide and protect and strengthen our Deputy Prime Minister Interim and the COS. May Chukwu Okike Abiama, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, guide and protect her, secure her, and keep her safe. We pray for the Prime Minister of Biafra, Republic of Nigeria, Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra. We pray that Chukwu Okike Abiama will guide and protect him, secure him, give him more wisdom, knowledge, understanding, strength wherever he is. And he's going to join us very, very soon. We pray for our Supreme Leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, wherever he is. We pray for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu for divine health, for divine strength, for divine healing, for revelations. We pray for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu that strength will come upon him, and soon he will regain his freedom and also join us. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect every one of us. No weapon formed or fashioned against us as Biafra shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against our COS, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, shall prosper. Thank you so much for being part of the program. We'll see you again next time. Stay blessed. Bye.
If not, that means you're not doing anything. If nobody is chasing you to arrest you, that means you're not a freedom fighter. If nobody is trying to stop what you're doing, that means that what you're doing is not effective.
Unless you understand your role in society, you can never ever make any meaningful contribution. According to the Greeks, there are three types of people on this earth: the idiots, the tribesmen, and the citizens. People don't know the meaning of the word idiot. They think it's an insult. It's not an insult. When the Greeks used the word idiots, they did not use it as a curse word. Idiots are people who just do not care. That is the original meaning of the word. If they write exams, they will cheat. If they are in government, they will steal. An idiot does not care at all. If he eats banana, he throws the peel anywhere instead of putting it in a trash can. According to the Greeks, some societies have more idiots than tribesmen and citizens. As I used to say before, Nigeria is full of idiots. Idiots.
I want you to understand that forget whatever that is going on social media. Forget whatever that the Nigeria terrorist states are saying on social media and behaving on their National Assembly. They know that the game is over. I am telling you the fact. The northern Nigeria know that the game is over.
I know what is going on within them. The presidency of Nigeria know that the game is over. The Senate President Akpabio knows that the game is over. The only people that do not know, or maybe they are just skeptical, are the gullible one Nigerians who are believing in the Nigerian terrorist army that they have the capability to eliminate Biafrans. Don't knowing that I actually lost the war already before even the war started.
All of us Biafrans in the British cabinet, the Council of Homeland, the Biafran Liberation Forces, the Biafran Army, we have vowed in our life. We are going to continue this same call, this same place that our Prime Minister Simon Eber has. Nobody will stop that. I want to let Biafrans know that our Prime Minister Simon Eber has set all the structures in place for Biafra restoration from the beginning to the end.
Prayer. There is no room for sabotage. I am not fighting Biafra freedom with a clean hand. I'm telling you today, if you know you are going to occupy any position in the Biafra de facto government, listen and pay attention. I don't have friends. I don't know anybody. I don't know you. You are not my friend. The only thing that we are doing brought us together is that you have volunteered to serve Biafra people in the homeland. If you become a problem, you will regret it. It is a call to serve Biafra people, not a call to serve Samanekpa, not a call to build clique, not a call to form cabals in your various states, not a call to do paddy in the Biafra government. The price and the consequences is heavy. Many people have died in this struggle. You must listen to instruction. You must take directive.
All of us Biafrans in the British cabinet, the Council of Homeland, the Biafran Liberation Forces, the Biafran Army, we have vowed in our life. We are going to continue this same call, this same place that our Prime Minister Simon Eber has. Nobody will stop that. I want to let Biafrans know that our Prime Minister Simon Eber has set all the structures in place for Biafra restoration from the beginning to the end. So,
prayer. There is no room for sabotage. I am not fighting Biafra freedom with a clean eye. I'm telling you people today, if you know you are going to occupy any position in the Biafra de facto government in the homeland, listen and pay attention. I don't have friends. I don't know anybody. I don't know you. You are not my friend. The only thing that we are doing brought us together is that you have volunteered to serve Biafra people in the homeland. If you become a problem, you will regret it. It is a call to serve Biafra people, not a call to serve Samanekpa, not a call to build clique, not a call to form cabals in your various states, not a call to do paddy in the Biafra government. The price and the consequences is heavy. Many people have died in this struggle. You must listen to instruction. You must take directive and don't joke.
Biafran itsenäisyyttä ajava nigerialaisryhmä on kokoontunut Lahteen. 5-päiväisessä tapahtumassa ryhmä on tehnyt Biafran itsenäisyysjulistuksen. Tapahtuman taustalla on lahtelainen Simon Ekpa, joka vangittiin viime kuussa epäiltynä terrorismirikoksesta. Ryhmä suunnittelee huomiseksi Lahteen isoa mielenosoitusta Ekpan vuoksi. Hämeen poliisi seuraa tapahtumia.
We gathered in Helsinki last year for the preparation to today's event. And then we chose Lahti because our Prime Minister, Simon Eber, whom the Finland local authorities says that he's inciting us, he's not here with us today. So we gathered here because it's a city where he lives. And we are used to Finland. They say he's inciting people. But we are fighting for our freedom. We have the right to self-determination. And that's exactly the same thing our Prime Minister is doing.
All of us Biafrans in the British cabinet, the Council Homeland, the Biafra Liberation Forces, the Biafran Army, we have vowed in our life. We are going to continue this same call, this same place that our Prime Minister Simon Eber has. Nobody will stop that. I want to let Biafrans know that our Prime Minister Simon Eber has set all the structures in place for Biafra restoration from the beginning to the end.
Biafra.